Vegetables are great. Hi guys, I'm Ann and welcome to Chronically Beautiful, where we're trying to live our best life even though we probably don't feel like it. And I am so excited today because we are unboxing dun, 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 an Imperfect Foods box. I'm so excited to try this. So Imperfect Foods is a company that sells food, and it started with produce and now they do other food as well, but I mostly just got produce, I think. But they sell food that is too ugly to go to the grocery store. So grocery stores won't purchase this food to sell because they need all of the good looking groceries in the store.
First rule in roadside beet sales: put the most attractive beets on top. The ones that make you pull the car over and go, wow, I need this beet right now. Those are the money beets.
I love this idea because A, it sends produce to my house and I don't have to go get it. And the subscription is weekly for the different produce that you're getting. And B, it cuts down on food waste, which is amazing. I am crazy. You can ask my family that I'm crazy about wasting food to the point where I will like eat things that I don't want to eat just so I don't have to throw them away. Because there are so many people that are hungry, and just the thought of throwing food out just hurts my heart. I hate it. So I'm really, really excited to try this. And if that sounds like something interesting to you, stick around. But first, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoy the video, please share it with your friends. Give it a thumbs up. That really helps YouTube to notice me. And finally, don't forget to ring the bell so that you can be notified of all my future uploads. All right, let's dive right in. Okay, so I have to have this box behind me, so it's gonna be kind of weird. I'm gonna turn around and face away from you and all that. I'm sorry, it's just kind of the way it is with my setup. And I also currently am still healing. I broke my arm, so I haven't told the story yet, but I was rollerblading about a month ago, and fine. It was the first time I've rollerbladed in a long time, but I'm a very good skater. Have been skating my whole life and whatever. And I rollerbladed like 3 miles. It was great. And at the end of the ride, I was scooting across the grass on the easement to get from the road to the sidewalk, and my wheels just slipped out from under me because they're very fast, and I flailed my left arm all weird, and then I landed on it mid-flail, and I ended up they didn't cast it. It's the head of my humerus, so like this part of the humerus, you know, if it were like in there, and it's broken in 3 different places. So I'm able to move my arm now. I wasn't a month ago. I was dying, but every day I get a little bit better. But the doctor told me to leave this guy on till my next appointment, and it's getting old, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm trying to just be chill and not overdo it, but that is really difficult for me. But it's summertime, so I'm trying to relax more anyway. So that is the situation with this. So it will be kind of weird because I have to do this sort of one-handed, but let's dive into this thing. Oh, guys, I hope you can see. I want you to see inside of here. Check this out. It doesn't just look like the farm market at your house, like boom, right in there. That's so cute. I'm loving it already. It has this like weird thing inside the box, which I'm assuming is probably recyclable. It kind of seems like peanuts, but maybe the kind that are biodegradable. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look into that a little more. So let's see what we've got here. This box cost $30. $30 is the minimum you can do for the subscription delivery, so it would be $30 a week. I don't know that I will continue on at that price, but we will see what we've got here and kind of what it boils down to. So we got a thing of kale, which kale isn't very pretty anyways, so it's fine, and it's still cold. So I'm sure they delivered this in a refrigerated truck, and it got here about an hour ago. We have some organic mushrooms, artichoke, and everything just kind of laying in the box. It's really interesting, and it's all very cold. I love, love, love artichokes. So maybe I'll make a video on how I eat an artichoke because it's just so flippin' delicious. But basically, you can steam it in the microwave, really easy, and then you pull off the little petals and you dip them in mayonnaise, and then you just scrape the meat out. Oh, it's so good. Just look it up. Steamed artichoke. Oh, delish. Yum, yum, yum. Carrot? What?
You know, I don't really care either way. Just as long as his you-know-what isn't crooked. I really hate that.
Mine's crooked. This is Quite a girthy carrot.
That's what she said.
Here's another crooked carrot that kind of looks like a finger at the end. So yeah, these definitely are ugly. I was kind of hoping for like one of those carrots that looks like a sexy person. Have you ever seen those? I was kind of hoping that everything would look like that. No luck so far. Got just like a random nectarine. Okay, so bummer on the nectarine, it is completely squished. Like, I could take probably one good bite out of it, so that sucks. Apples. The teeniest little apple, so that's why that didn't get sold, because it's like tiny. A very fat zucchini, good looking zucchini. Everything's just laying in here. So that I kind of like that because again, that's no plastic. There's no plastic bags. It's not all wasted. It's in here. Obviously I'm gonna wash it. Here is just a thing of celery, which looks delicious. Ooh, we've got a head of butter lettuce here, which looks amazing. I don't see what is possibly wrong with that. I don't think it's ugly at all. Oh, okay, well this was a thing of tomatoes, which I imagine I'll find the rest of them rolling around in the bottom of the box. Another artichoke, another carrot. I got some Roma tomatoes as well, which again, I think they're in there because they're like a little small for the grocery store. More zucchini, a couple of green peppers. So again, some things are by the pound and some things you just order, you know, however many that you would like. We got some avocados, some shallots, which I'm really excited to cook with. I've not ever cooked with shallots before, but I think that it's going to be fun. I'm going to be terribly fancy cooking with shallots.
Welcome! I'm Julia Child!
Mangoes, which most certainly not ripe yet. Just like 4 random potatoes in here.
Potato!
Again, with the nectarine. This nectarine is worse than the first one, totally crushed. So considering the shipping situation with this, maybe soft fruits would probably not be a good thing to order because I think it would be really difficult to get this here not squished, to be quite honest, especially if it's ripe. Here's a peach and it's not ripe yet, so it was okay. Little apple. These little apples are just like wonderful. I like little apples, little snack apples. Okay, so there's some plums here and they seem to have made it okay. Maybe the nectarines were just too ripe. Another mango. Another onion. These are yellow onions, by the way, which I find to be the most versatile when you're cooking. Lemon. And as predicted, all the grape tomatoes that it didn't make it. And then it comes with this thing with it, which is a big heavy ice pack, which is pretty awesome. Like, we just like these for our coolers. So you get this big gel ice pack and then this big insulated bag, which quite frankly is very sturdy and you could use to take to the grocery store instead of buying one there. Like, you could definitely use this at Aldi. So that's pretty cool too. So that is everything that I got. So I'm pretty pleased with the box. The nectarines were a bust for sure, but it was only 2 pieces of fruit, so it's not a huge deal. So this was the medium produce box, which I believe is for a family of 3 to 4 people. Now we have 6 people that live here, but I think that that will be plenty of produce for 1 week for those 6 people. And we also have, you know, other stuff. It wouldn't be enough apples for my stepson because he eats like 100 apples a day, but it's nice to have those kind of extra items. That was really cool. So the medium box is that, and like I said, it was about $30, and then you can just have it show up and just take what you get out of it, kind of like FabFitFun, or you can go in and you can customize it. So the box for me would arrive every Friday, and then you have from like Monday at whatever to Tuesday at noon to go in and curate your box differently or what have you and kind of take things out. So I ended up actually, they had added the meat and fish pack to mine and I actually took everything out from that because I just didn't think the prices were very, you know, good. There was just like nothing better than what was happening at my grocery store. But for all of the produce, it tells you for each individual item how much it costs. So you can make the decision, is this something I can get cheaper at the grocery store? Do I want to? Does it mean more to me to help to recycle this food that would be going bad, which is what's really important to me, which I think is great. The thing that I really liked about the box was that it gave me an opportunity to order things that I normally wouldn't get. Like I don't always get kale, things like butter lettuce and artichokes and mangoes and things like that, that I just kind of don't think about when I get into my grocery store kind of zone. I just don't think about ordering those things. And they're also usually a little bit more expensive at the grocery store, so I don't think to buy them. So I thought that was pretty cool to have those things. And those were all things that were in the box already that I didn't add on. I was just like, ooh, that does sound good. And then there were a couple of things that I took out that I just know that I'm not ever going to use. And you can tell them, permanently take this out. Like, I know that I don't like green onions and no one in the house likes green onions. So I just had them take it right out and it says, never put this back in my box. So you can click on things like if you know you're allergic to something, never put this in my box. So if you're just having them curate the box, you can do that, which is really cool. That's one of the reasons I haven't gone to any of those kind of like HelloFresh sort of services, because of food allergies and things that are happening here in the house. And it's really hard to get something that doesn't have gluten and also doesn't have peanut butter and also doesn't have this and that and the other thing. So not that peanut butter is happening in many dinners, but you know, Thai food, I guess. So I really liked that you could just very specifically choose exactly what you want in here. I love that it showed up on my doorstep. I love that it was exciting to get a package. I know that's silly, but I love that. Even my stepson was really excited. He brought me the box cutter. He was like psyched to see this package and all of that. So I think it might be a way to make vegetables and fruits a little bit more interesting to some people that might not feel that way about them. And I think the price was reasonable. It's about 30 bucks for everything that I got. And I'm feeling like if I went to the grocery store and bought all of those things, it probably would be about that or maybe a little bit more. I did the math comparing everything I bought at Imperfect Foods to everything I would if I were to get everything at Aldi or Kroger or anywhere where I get like Instacart and have it delivered to me. So I'm going to compare those numbers here for you. And I just found that to be really interesting. So if you're someone who is into this type of thing, so far so good. I mean, I don't have to try them to tell you that I like the vegetables. And it's not just fruits and vegetables that are available. You can also subscribe to the meat and fish pack, which is an additional $9.99 a week. And you get 2 to 3 quality, sustainably sourced proteins, which get added to your weekly order, which is kind of cool. And I found the prices when I went through for the kinds of meats that I needed that were just a little much for me. My freezer is stocked with meat right now anyway, so that's not something that I needed, but maybe in the future that might be something that works out. And then there is also a grains pack that you can add to your subscription, and it adds 2 to 3 imperfect food staples like rice or quinoa. Those things would get added each week. And then there are also snack packs that you can add.
I thought I was your snack pack.
Or you can just go through and add any individual items you want onto your order. Essentially what's happening is you're getting everything you would need to make meals for the week. You're getting your produce, you're getting your grains, you're getting your proteins, which is really cool. You can also order dairy products as well. I mean, it's basically a grocery store. Each week, things can be a little bit different, and so they let you know what's available. You can't have necessarily a fully standing order because things are different each week, and so it changes up. So each week, your delivery will happen on one day. So mine is on Friday, and then I can do my shopping and choose the items that I want in my order on Monday after, 1 o'clock until Tuesday at whatever o'clock. But you have to get the order made at that time. Otherwise, they're just you get what you get. And so a few days before the box arrives, you get to pick out exactly what you want. And there are usually 30 to 40 different produce items available and an average of 160 different grocery staples available. Anything from, coffee to quinoa, bread, milk, all of those different types of things. One of the things that I really like about this is the option to make a meal plan. So on Monday, when you go in and place your order, or whatever day you place your order, you can choose based on the items available that week, and you can make your meal plan for the week using those items. So you take this food that would have been thrown out, and now you are going to use it for a specific purpose and save it twice, which is really, really cool. And I love that. I love the idea of the meal planning based on what's available, which is what I do anyways, usually, instead of deciding we're going to eat this, this, and this, and then going out and buying all of those things. How about what's available to you? What do I have in the house paired with what is coming in with this particular order or any of your groceries, and then you can meal plan that way. And I do hope to talk more about how I do my meal plan in a future video. So definitely this may play a part in that if I continue on with Imperfect Foods. The website is really cool. There's a section where it gives you tips on food storage, rescue recipes for when you've got, you know, those struggle meals too. They're called for when you've got all these like leftover straggler ingredients and you don't know what to put in. How to load up with different items that have longer shelf lives. There's really a cool thing. And then you can even place your order based on the recipe that you find on the website, which I think is pretty neat. One of the really cool things is if you place an order using my code, which everybody gets a code when they place an order. I'm not like fancy because I have a channel with, I'm definitely not fancy. So anybody that places an order gets a code to use. So if you place an order using my code, you will get $10 off your order and I will get $10 off my next order, which is kind of cool. Instacart does that too, which is also really neat. I think a lot of these types of services do that when you start up. So when you place your first order, use my code and it helps us both out. And then you have your own code and then you can ask your friend to do it and help you out. So it'll be very, very cool. There's also an Imperfect Foods blog that you can follow that has all kinds of really cool information, recipes, stuff like that. So I'm loving that as well. Imperfect Foods is only available in 38 states, but I know that that number is growing because a couple of years ago when this company first started, I really wanted to try it, but it was not available in my area. So I checked again just on a whim and it was, and I was like, oh, cool, great. So if it's not available in your area, I am sure it will be eventually because they are growing every day, which is really neat. I kind of looked at the numbers a little bit and they say that their groceries are on average about 30% cheaper than when you get them at the grocery store. And I find when I order a delivery of groceries using Instacart, the prices obviously go up. So because, you know, when you do Instacart, you pay a once a year fee of $100 and then that's like your service fee, whatever. But I definitely find that when I use Instacart, the prices of groceries go up. Now there are some items that stay the same, but a lot of items are more expensive, maybe 50 cents more expensive, you know, which could be a lot. I mean, 50 cents is like a can of tuna at Aldi. And so why would I pay 99 cents to have it delivered to me? So I find that using other grocery store delivery services tends to make my bill go up, but that convenience factor that I'm having it delivered, I kind of balance that out. But then this is on average cheaper than the produce that you're buying in the store. So you'll have to do the research for yourself to see if it's right for you. I'm not sure yet if it's going to be something I do every single week. $30 of my grocery budget a week probably already does go to produce. So this may be something that we stick with. But there were things that weren't available that I always like to have. There were, you know, certain berries and things that I wanted that weren't there. But this also might help to mix things up a little bit. So I'm going to try it probably for about a month or so and we'll see how it goes. In general, I'm really happy with the first order and excited to get cooking with some different ingredients. And I would love to hear if you have tried Imperfect Foods and what your experience has been, or if you're planning on trying it. So let me know in the comments below what you thought about it. All right, guys, thank you so much for going on this adventure with me. Keep coming back. Take care of you. Vegetables are great. Major brain fog happening. Anybody else with the brain fog? Oh.